left behind in the good old days, they just keep on coming. Yeah, we're moving on. Got the world with me and no place I'd rather be than rolling.
Again, another harvest host.
Another harvest host, amazing owner, lots of great information, passionate.
The stories.
And I much rather support our harvest host businesses in the local community than RV park or anything else.
But to know this is a privately owned tank
He's
museum,
right up there with the government.
that he's teamed up with the government. He's part of the DOD. This one right here only takes 4 men, so I'm looking for a couple buddies. I want to go driving in a tank.
This first one that we found is amphibious, yes.
Oh, it's the first amphibious. Okay, cool.
379 of these were built.
Wow. 379. He's got one sitting in his garage.
And it does 100 rounds per minute.
Longest car probably ever existing.
Longest car?
Over here. Yep, I just got it under the rope.
We're allowed. Okay. Yes, sir.
That's a hot rod. This is a flower car, but they normally stretch a car, and they build it. This one they stretched it, but they put the trunk back on, so the car is longer than a stretch limousine. This car. That's my Oscar Mayer window.
What?
It's just much less than 24 feet long. Just the size of it. Normally the car would end right here when they stretch them.
Okay.
This one, they cut the middle out of the car and stretch it, then they put the ass back on. So I have a trunk on a flower car. They don't exist on a flower car. They don't put trunks on. They put it back. That's longer than my limo. Look at the size of it.
So this is flour supposed to be in here, right?
And this is a rare one where the tub is not a bathtub, it's a ramp.
Got it right.
They didn't. This one they didn't want the flowers to stand upright. They laid them down. But you can see, look, there's rings.
Yeah.
This is where the flower pots went. These are the tie-down bras. Okay? The pots all went on here.
Okay.
But typically, the high ones would be this high. The next lower ones would be this way. And the next lower ones would be that way. Then all the floor ones would go around it, including over the back deck where the sprays are.
Right.
Like for a cat, they a spray. Okay. That would be over the back. So they were just all traveling floors. We're going down the road shedding petals. Right. An LS racing motor. That's the best motor you can buy in the car today in the world is the LS motor. Right? Everybody buys them because the motors just don't die.
Okay.
400 horsepower. Out of the factory. It's a car motor. It's not even a racing motor. Okay? It's made of high horsepower. Like the car guys go nuts to find it. That's a rock climber. There's those Jeeps that goes 1 mile an hour over the boulders, and it just falls upside down and you have to tip it back up right. Okay? So this is a rock climber.
Bradley tank turret exhibit. So you're almost sitting head and shoulders on people. So one guy sits higher with his steering wheel, and the other dude sits lower, unless it's 2 separate ones. This would be like a good intro to this. Zoom out later.
So this was one of the alien things that was looking for people who ruled War of the Worlds. So this came down from like the big spaceship, and then that would like be a camera. Like, gun sight. Notice the bullet hole through both sides of the sight.
Where's the gun sight? Oh, right here. So this is an
someone was
anti-aircraft, so it would shoot guns. But here's the sight right here. And it took a direct hit right there. See that direct hit? And it came out right here.
What a shot.
You can see it right through the sight. This dude was like, whoa, that was lucky. But I can't use this big old gun anymore. I mean, they only missed. I mean, they were probably aiming for a headshot, but hitting the sight is pretty pretty good.
So far, oh, that one looks pretty cool too.
Oh wow!
Does it say that? Like so far is like the most intimidating.
That big one.
Yeah, and
snub
this
nose?
one, there's something cute about this one.
Cute. Look at the size of the magnifying glass on you.
Yeah,
Look at that, probably poor
It kind of
cornfields.
reminds me of the little yellow guys. A minion.
Minion.
It's like a minion tank.
Well, that's a little private-owned Jeep or tank. It looks like a Valley truck. You know what I think this is? I think this is a golf cart. That, yeah, look at the wheels.
It has the shell.
That has a complete done. Because look, it's got a terrorist hunting permit in 2001. But I think it is.
If someone needs a golf cart.
Pretty wild. So neat, you can literally walk up, touch, feel, pretend like you're shooting.
Yeah, you got it. Every time you act like you're shooting, you have to make that noise, right?
What noise do you make?
No, you do it better. How do you hold it like this?
Yeah, it looks like you're holding
Like
it like that. Well, it almost looks like you aim it that way. So you pivot and move it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you might crank.
This?
Yeah.
Crank it.
Yeah.
And you go.
Yeah, because that crank may control this right here, because this is your
This is
firing
it.
pin. Just don't shoot me, alright? Looks like the barrel's locked in. Here's the lock and unlock button to unlock the barrel clamp. You see the bullets?
Yeah.
There's the bullets. So that's not a douche, 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 douche.
That's not a douche douche.
This is a boom. They're all
Wow.
strapped in.
Mhm.
And then this is a little micro gun.
There we go.
That's shooting the.
That's the thing. I get that right.
Awesome.
This is a 1950.
this is where you load the bullets. That's the barrel of the gun. And then you close it. Oh, and then this is a winch to load the bullets into the barrel of the gun. That's how, because heavy the bullets are so friggin' heavy.
Yep.
See the little
Yep.
claw? And it lays it down.
So
and this is
smart.
like those spring-loaded. So kind of that's a clip right here. So
Correct.
the bullets are laying in there.
And then it
then-
grabs it, and then it.
Yeah, you'd probably pull this cart
Yeah.
here and it grabs it on this track, and
Right.
loads it into the thing.
Wow.
But that didn't mean there's no comfort in that. That is
No.
literally
This
like
is
you're
just for
in
performance. This is just for like to
like
load it.
4 dudes. And the way this is to me, this looks like water or a cargo.
It's a water buffalo tank. Look at you. So 150 miles on land, 100 miles on water,
There's a range.
15 miles on land, 7 miles on water.
But it's got to be knots.
Yeah. Amphibious, yes. Wow.
Oh, the same dudes that did the Brooklyn Bridge made this.
Wow.
GM, General Motors. Big old tank. This thing's just solid looking. Like even just the people that it ran through. I mean, that just.
Oh my gosh. Okay, ready? Look. That is Wally. I'm Wally. Wally.
When you have too much time on your hands at a tank museum. % of this stuff could be in action today. 60% of this huge collection. That's just crazy to me.
I almost didn't see this one with the camera.
With the camo was hiding from you. Oh, that's the Joker tank. This must be Russian.
It is Russian.
I called that.
Russian.
I called it.
How'd you know?
How often do you guys do your flamethrower demonstrations?
Twice a year. The next one comes up relatively shortly in June. Okay.
June?
All right. Yep. But there will be
Ooh.
between 700 and 1,000 people here. So it's a big day of the year. So if you plan on coming, you want to be here before we open. And you want to stay all day. We do 3 burns in the day. And I've
Okay.
been doing it for 40 years.
Next one in June, and then
Yeah,
when will the
and then
following?
Yeah, spring and fall. The flamethrower day, the shortest show on earth. 12-second show.
Really?
So we go out there, we talk to you with that. We just don't pick the flamethrower and go for 12 seconds. We go poof, 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 and make
Wow.
balls of fire. Then we do the Ghostbusters thing, dueling wands. I love the dueling throw. That never gets bored.
That's so
Okay.
cool.
So
We'll
awesome.
have
A couple years we did that. We
Google
put the Ghostbusters music on. The
Yeah.
B music, and they come out with
Wow.
and then don't cross the streams. Okay.
That's so cool.
And we're always looking for volunteers with flammable things to burn. up on the footrest, and you'll notice that your right foot is next to a pedal. Yeah. That's the trigger pedal.
That's the trigger.
This is a fully automatic cannon, meaning it's a machine gun cannon. It doesn't go bang and then reload. It goes bang, 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 bang. And you keep firing it as long as somebody can keep you fed. Okay?
Wow.
So this is the wheels that he says it hooks onto. So that way you can maneuver it and get it into position, and then you drop it down, pull this away. That's pretty neat.
This place is honestly so much better than I thought it would be. So much better. Like, look, I got a rubber chicken.
Well, he's kind of making
Oh,
dinner.
that's not nice. That's not very vegan friendly. I thought it was like a random chicken.
She was like,
so
"Ooh, look,
sad.
a chicken." No, it's a wherever you want, I guess. How's that feel? It's a little tighter than in the limo
No one
itself.
ever used those middle seats.
Yeah.
I never heard anybody ever use them. But again, you could if you had
But
to,
it-
right?
I like the idea. I like the concept.
But it's kind of like nowadays the minivans, how they have the folding or the removable seats
But
and
if you
stuff
climb
like
back
that.
out, I can fold the seat up like the one alongside of it, okay? And you can sit and look at the leg room you have if you don't use the seat, okay?
Yeah, you get all kinds of room.
So I have the other one folded up.
So
okay?
fancy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well it's a limousine.
Yeah.
They don't,
Look at-
they don't make them any fancy.
Oh, it's I love it. The
Now-
concept is
Now
so
you can sit in the
cool.
back seat and then look at the leg room you have. You have your own radio controls,
Oh.
your own air conditioning controls, your own window controls.
The footrest?
Yep,
The little-
yeah, footrest too. Yep. See? Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Remember, this guy now is a laborer, okay, and
Right.
he's there on the social status of being there. Okay?
Right.
That's why this is okay. But if you don't care, it's kind of a lesser function.
Right.
You could, right? They're actually uncomfortable for the drivers. They didn't give the seat much travel for the driver. I'm a small guy, and I'm cramped driving this thing, right? So they gave all the room to the people
To
in
the-
back.
yeah.
They're the ones who
They're
paid
the money.
They paid the money for it.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
Ava Brown is real, but only to the extent of her dress, not the
Okay.
stockings and shoes. In Marilyn Monroe's case, the heels, the stock pairs of nylons, the purse, the jewelry, everything is documented hers.
Okay.
Wow. That's
I had
awesome.
the mannequins custom sculpted and did them for real. So they're real.
That's amazing.
To the stockings and everything.
Yeah.
So this is a whole memorial for the carrier pigeons at war. They had this little tiny message in a bottle they strapped to the foot of the pigeon. And there's a logbook. You had your message
And instructions.
and the instructions.
And how
in
you
the
carried
box.
the box, how you carried the pigeon with the food tray.